Hi, I'm Richard Holcomb, and welcome to Who Rocks New Mexico. Today we'll find out about another of America's greatest generation living and thriving at Beehive Homes. We'll find out how Smiles by Design gives back to the community. We'll take a look at one of the Southwest's most unique engineering, surveying, and testing companies, Pettigrew & Associates. And is your roof ready for winter? Meet some folks who have the last roof they'll ever own from BAC Roofing. But first, let's take a tour of UNM's Sandoval Regional Medical Center, the newest state-of-the-art medical facility in Rio Rancho, a perfect blend of high-tech and high-touch healthcare.
Whether you live in Rio Rancho, the greater Albuquerque area, or anywhere in New Mexico, UNM Sandoval Regional Medical Center is your hospital. Conveniently located in Rio Rancho City Center, our state-of-the-art facility provides exceptional and accessible care by the best team in the state of New Mexico.
We can provide, I think, a level of care that is hard to come by in New Mexico, and we can do it in a very personable way so that patients feel like they're welcomed and being very well taken care of, and we can attend to their very personal needs in a very caring environment.
It is all about the patient. Everything we do is in the best interest of the patient, thinking about where they need to be, what their needs are in relation to what our hospital can offer, and how can we meet those needs here.
Some of the things the patients really like about our hospital is the 24-hour round-the-clock visiting hours, the spacious patient rooms, all of which are private and have beautiful views, pull-out beds for family members so they can stay overnight if they choose, and the fact that we accept a wide variety of insurance plans. These are just a few of the many reasons why our patient satisfaction rating is so high.
Doctors were awesome. I can't say enough good things about the care I was given. The doctors were in and out. They pre-briefed me on everything that I should expect from the day I came into the hospital and through today. It's just been outstanding.
UNM Sandoval Regional Medical Center is the first community-based teaching hospital in New Mexico. That means our patients receive the expertise of UNM hospitals, always cutting edge with the latest technology and research.
SRMC came from the idea of creating a community hospital that incorporated academic teaching. So it's an academic community hospital that allows private practitioners in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho to practice at SRMC, as well as use the expertise of all of the professors and practicing physicians at UNMH.
Our patients appreciate having their primary care physician and hospital all in one location. They can get checkups, testing, imaging, surgery, and rehabilitation all under one roof.
Sandoval Regional Medical Center provides an outstanding level of care, always putting you, the patient, first to get the best care that you need.
Here's a company that not only rocks New Mexico from a business standpoint, but in their charitable endeavors as well.
Smile Train's a nonprofit organization that helps children with cleft palates and cleft lips. There's two major organizations that help with that, and Smile Train is one of those. And what they do, obviously, is we try to raise money, and we have physicians, doctors, oral surgeons go around the world, all over the world. There's probably 1 million kids that are affected by this. It's relatively an easy operation that only lasts about 45 minutes to an hour, and just for a few $100s of American US dollars, that can be fixed for them. And so we're here today raising money to help Smile Train.
We've been very fortunate. The community is great, and they pull together. We've had several local businesses pull their resources together. Scalo Northern Italian Grill has donated all of the food for the event. Albuquerque the Magazine donated the desserts for the event. Monty's Cigar Shop has donated the cigars, and the donations, the proceeds of that go toward Smile Train. The FFS Sisters and Lepore & Associates Smiles by Design Family Cosmetic Dentistry has designed the bracelets, and the proceeds from the bracelets go toward Smile Train. Elsa Ross has been a big part of this collaboration, as has been Dr. Hong Ing. He's an oral surgeon in town.
We have a huge silent auction that we're so happy with all kinds of locally donated items from locally owned businesses. And then we have today with us the fabulous Freeman sisters, who have done an incredible bracelet with Paige Lepore for Smile Train that we're selling, and they've come here and we're so excited to have them here. We're doing a one-day only trunk show with their jewelry.
We designed a bracelet with Paige Lepore for the proceeds to go to the charity. So it was great that we could kind of combine what we do and you know, this wonderful symbol from New Mexico for this charity.
So it's really important for our business for us to be able to give back, and we do it the best way we know how, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And you look good, you know? They say we have to keep the flow going of giving and receiving. Mm-hmm. That's what we're here for.
A simple procedure that costs $250 can change a child's life forever. And while there are a lot of really wonderful organizations out there, the neat thing about Smile Train is you actually know that $250 American dollars goes directly to a child, and that child will have a life-changing operation. They will be able to speak, they will be able to breathe, they will be able to eat and be nourished properly, and most importantly, they'll be able to be accepted into society once again and grow up and have a chance at having a healthy and good life.
Up next, compassion, dignity, and a loving home.
We'd like to introduce you to First Tuesdays, a networking event created specifically for business owners and executives, giving you the opportunity to interact on a personal level.
Mark your calendar for the first Tuesday in January and every first Tuesday in 2014.
4:30 to 6:30 at Hotel Albuquerque's Q Bar for free hors d'oeuvres, happy hour cash bar, and networking with fellow business owners and executives.
It's new, it's social, and it's your opportunity to make new connections, share ideas, and build new relationships with your peers.
No pressure, no speakers, no roster, and no rules.
And name tags with first names only, so the focus is on you rather than your company.
We're confident it will lead to bigger and better things for you and our community.
It's First Tuesdays for business owners and executives.
And it all kicks off on Tuesday, January 7th, 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. at Hotel Albuquerque.
I like
Where
this.
everyone knows your name. It's about you, not your title. Be there.
What you don't need when it's time to close your mortgage is a nameless, faceless voice at the other end of a 1-800 number. What you do need is a licensed local loan officer who will attend your closing, sit with you, and answer every one of the questions that you will surely have as you read and sign over 57 legal documents. At Frost Mortgage, we're licensed, we're professional, and we're local. We don't just close loans, we open doors.
Hi, I'm Doug Wilson, the owner of American Tire and Service. Do you know what makes a great mechanic? What makes one shop better than another? Training is mighty important. Certification? You bet. Experience? The more the better. Knowledge? Cars are complicated nowadays, and believe me, these mechanics need to know a lot. But do you know what really makes a great mechanic? Heart. It's a passion that drives a mechanic to do the right thing every time. At American Tire, it's the first thing we look for in a mechanic. Of course they have the training, the certifications, the experience, and the knowledge. But heart is what makes it all work for you and for us. Our entire team is dedicated to professional service. We all know that's what it takes to bring you back. We've been helping people like you for over 25 years. We're locally owned and proud to serve you. Come ask for me by name, Doug Wilson. I'd love to serve you.
American Tire and Service on Highway 528 between Southern and Northern. The only guys for you.
Whether you're a lover of art, Native American culture, or you're just on a spiritual journey, Taos, New Mexico and the Charles Collins Galleries are must-sees. Charles, your work has been described as images that touch the soul. Tell me about that.
Well, being in Taos since 1976, I moved here because of the wonderful culture that exists here and the spiritual nature of the whole area. It seems to exude that there's something very different and very special. My passion, my need is to help people across their connection to the divine. Through my painting, sculpture, and ceramics, and the bronzes, I try to convey that we are all part of a continuous channel of life flowing everywhere.
Charles, your work is truly a gift.
Thank you, Richard. It is a gift, and to be recognized for it is a really, truly, and wonderful thing.
To learn more about this wonderful artist, Charles Collins, visit him in Taos at the Charles Collins Gallery or online at charlescollinsgallery.com. As we and our loved ones age, it's heartwarming to know that there are caregivers like Beehive Homes, providing a compassionate, loving environment for the elderly to live in dignity.
First year Ty didn't have the garden in. Then the second year, Ty put in this garden because I'd just bug him all the time. He didn't have something for me to do, and that's true. I have to be busy because I'm still able to. See, people need to have something to take their mind off from the end of life. They do, and that does it. A garden does that. And I think this year, probably everybody in the 5 beehives have been down here and looked at it. But you see, it makes a nice trip out in the sunshine. We had about 20 bushel of tomatoes off in that patch, and we had a bushel and a peck of green beans. We had almost 200 zucchini. We had sugar peas and snow peas, and the snow peas got to be about 8 feet tall, and I had to keep roping them up and roping them up. I'd just pick them and lay them on the rocks because people come along and can't pick them up with their wheelchairs. So gardening is very important. And I like to see things grow. I like to help out with the taking care of the family that way too. To me, care is working in my garden. Care is Beehive Homes.
They're often referred to as the greatest generation, and they truly are.
Since 1965, Pettigrew & Associates has been a leader in providing comprehensive and fully integrated engineering, surveying, and materials engineering and testing, serving New Mexico, Texas, and other states with an unparalleled commitment to quality and integrity. We are the only firm located in southeastern New Mexico that can provide all facets of a civil design project. Our in-house expertise in civil engineering, surveying, and materials engineering and testing enables us to provide a comprehensive perspective to your engineering project.
90% of our business is generated from repeat clients. We must be doing something right.
People are our greatest asset at Pettigrew & Associates, and integrity is our guiding principle. It's evident every day with every decision made.
Experienced professionals.
Exceptional, comprehensive perspective.
Adherence to budget.
We're your total project resource.
All with integrity and commitment to quality.
Those aren't just expressions at Pettigrew. They are the backbone of our company, practiced every day for every client.
From site design and right-of-way services through the construction administration, engineering, materials testing, and quality assurance inspections, we have provided data for the design and construction of thousands of projects, including power plants, hospitals, airfields, roadways, educational facilities, commercial and retail centers throughout the Southwest. The goal at Pettigrew and Associates is to provide the highest quality service and to exceed the expectations of our clients. Contact Pettigrew and Associates today.
Up next, the last roof you'll ever need.
Need office space? 3791 Southern Boulevard in Rio Rancho represents an outstanding value in office space in the heart of Rio Rancho's business district. With clean and versatile space available, 3791 Southern Boulevard is a 2-story office building and offers good visibility with signage opportunities for tenants. There's only one suite of up to 2,700 square feet still available, so act now. For more information, call David at 505-259-3706.
Albuquerque Business First recently awarded their top CEOs of 2013. Who Rocks New Mexico wants to congratulate the winners and give you a glimpse of what makes these CEOs so special.
My name is Mike Canfield, and I'm the president and CEO of actually 3 corporations: the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center, Indian Pueblo's Marketing, and Indian Pueblo Federal Development Corporation. And these are 3 corporations that are located on the Albuquerque Indian School District, which is a unique situation because it's owned by 19 different pueblos. And so it's a sovereign land. The land is sovereign there, Pueblo land. And the uniqueness is that the 19 pueblos came together and formed a political subdivision to provide governance over that property. And part of that governance was to establish a community-wide vision statement. And that vision statement really incorporates the fact that we want to have a globally recognized business and cultural corridor that supports the development of self-sustainable developments that provide return back to the 19 pueblos. It's also important that we provide opportunities to our diverse workforce and training and promotional opportunities, advancement opportunities. It's important that all of our developments are in alignment with the Pueblo core values and principles. And so all of the entities that reside on the property need to align themselves with this vision. A good example is the Cultural Center itself. We're probably the 2nd or 3rd most visited site for tourists in New Mexico, and that's a huge responsibility. And our mission there is to make sure we perpetuate and educate our visitors on our Pueblo culture. And so that's important for us and our communities, but it's also important for Albuquerque and the state of New Mexico that we do a good job. So very proud to be involved with those corporations and to be aligned with that vision and with that community of the Albuquerque Indian School District.
My company is Goodman Realty Group, and I'm the CEO of the company. And our mission is to provide quality real estate developments to the communities that we're in. So we try to create superior places to work for our tenants, great gathering places for the community when we do retail, and we're especially focused on being sustainable. Buildings consume about 40% of the energy we use in the state, and so we believe developers have a real responsibility to conserve resources and develop efficiently. It's urgently necessary that New Mexico reinvent itself. It's been a public sector dependent economy, and we need now to develop as quickly as possible a robust private sector. We need to be about something. We need a 50-year vision of how we get there and how we make it happen. Personally, I believe the low-hanging fruit is in resource management, water management, and other resources. We're already good at it, and it's what the world needs the most.
Hi, I just saw Robert Wagner on television reading a script about reverse mortgages. You know, Robert doesn't know anything about reverse mortgages, but I do. Every month at Frost Mortgage, we loan hundreds of thousands of dollars to seniors to eliminate their mortgage payments for the rest of their lives. How much better would your life be if you didn't have a mortgage payment to make next month? If you're 62 or older, give us a call and we'll show you how this wonderful mortgage program works.
In over 26 years, BAC Enterprises has installed over 8 million feet of roofing, all backed by a real lifetime warranty.
BAC Enterprises stands for Bill and Clint. My father and I, we're general contractors. The name was changed in 1983. Before that, it was Satterfield Construction, and my father had been a general contractor since 1968. The difference between BAC Enterprises and everyone else is the quality of our installs. We care what the product looks like, how the product performs. We don't want to ever have to see you again except for to thank you for referring us to another customer.
Every time I meet someone at a luncheon or dinner and their problems come up about their roof, they get a full BAC sales pitch. Because what is there not to sell about BAC when it's professionally done, lifetime warranty, transferable. We bought this house new in '04, and from day one we had roof leaks. The builder and the roofer and most all the subs went bankrupt. So I got on the internet and that's how I found BAC. I then called for an appointment in Albuquerque, talked to Bill, the sales manager. He came out, we made the appointment. He was very professional. He gave us a quote on the spot after he went up and measured, naturally, the roof. And we knew from then on we'd made the right decision, and their crew that came out right on time was very professional.
Well, having been in real estate, I knew without a doubt how important it is to have a warranty for a buyer. The customer only wants what they ordered. And I find that so true of dealing with BAC.
And I like to go into homes and meet people and talk to them one-on-one. But we'll sit down at the kitchen table, find out about them, see who they are, and what their needs are.
I get to talk to numerous people. I love having one-on-one conversations with them. And I tell people this all the time. We go out and correct the sins of the past, if you will. We go out and fix roofs that were done wrong.
We had a membrane roof for nearly 10 years. Actually, we were 3 months short of the 10th anniversary. It had leaked from day one. The other company was out probably 4 times a year to repair the leaks. 2 years ago, we had a major leak, and it caused about $8,000 worth of damage. We heard about BAC through Angie's List. They arrived on schedule. Actually, they arrived about 5 minutes ahead of time and waited outside the gate, which was really kind of impressive. Anyway, they were very good, cleaned up everything. There was never a mess. You wouldn't even know they were here. The lifetime warranty means a lot to us. We don't want to put another roof on the house. And we're not exactly spring chickens anymore, so we want to make sure that this lasts for our lifetime anyway.
I think our first job with BAC was the new home we built in '09. I believe that was the first job we did with them. It was new construction, good sized hacienda style home that they came in and did a whole membrane roof on it. We've done a lot of remodel with them since. Basically, when I talk to a person about doing their home, I'll talk to them about different styles of roof that they can use. There's a lot of flat roofs in Santa Fe, as there is in Albuquerque. We've done a few metal and other roofs, but doing flat roofs, you have a couple different choices on what type of roof you're going to use. BAC has basically a lifetime material warranty. I believe it's 15-year transferable on labor and stuff. BAC roofing, in our experience, has been fabulous for taking care of our business.
A lot of places rock our state too. Here's another Travel Guide New Mexico moment. Every year in November, just before Thanksgiving, thousands, and I mean literally thousands of birds descend on Bosque del Apache for the annual Festival of the Cranes. Start your day at Bosque del Apache at the Visitor Center, where you can pick up a lot of information on everything that's going on down here. Check out the artwork, the spotting telescopes, and everything else that you'll need to make this a great day in the wild. Tens of thousands of birds, including sandhill cranes, Arctic geese, and many kinds of ducks, gather each autumn and stay through the winter. Feeding snow geese erupt in explosions of wings when frightened by stalking coyote, and at dusk, flight after flight of geese and cranes return to roost in the marshes. In addition to seeing a plethora of wildlife, you can participate in a lot of other activities, like 2 watercolor workshops, a raptor tour, learn about cougars and bobcats, take a hike, and a whole lot more. Bosque del Apache is located along the Rio Grande, approximately 20 miles south of Socorro. So when you're in the area, come out and see one of the most spectacular wildlife refuges in the country. Look at what's happening here in New Mexico. We have the Trail of the Ancients, Billy the Kid Trail, even ghost towns. And now it's the Space Trail leading to and from Spaceport America. It won't be long before civilian astronauts will be taking a ride into space from just outside Elephant Butte and Truth or Consequences. And along the trail today, there's lots of places to visit that will not only look at the future, but the past as well. You can see the past at the Geronimo Springs Museum in Truth or Consequences, or take a boat ride or go fishing in Elephant Butte Lake, the state's largest. There are aliens to see in Roswell, lots of aliens. Stargazing in Silver City and Socorro, not to mention a trip to the Very Large Array, where these huge antennas are watching and listening to what's going on in this universe and others. And while you're thinking about the future, take a minute to see the past at Fort Bayard in Silver City, home of the original Buffalo Soldiers of Civil War fame, and the Gila Cliff Dwellings, where our ancients lived and hunted 1,000 years ago. Or visit the ghost towns of Hillsboro, Chloride, or Cochillo, all within a few hours from Spaceport America. So get off that couch and out of your easy chair and pack a picnic lunch. You'll see New Mexico as you've never seen it before, past, present, and future, on the Space Trail. It's all right here in the land of enchantment. Well, that's Who Rocks for this week. I hope you liked the show as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. For more information on the Who Rocks segments, or to find out how your organization can rock New Mexico, we invite you to go online to whorocksnm.com. I'm Richard Holcomb, inviting you to join us again next week for another Who Rocks New Mexico. Have a great week, everybody.